Guys, Civ unlocks are here, and it's a big deal to say the least. You're finally going to be able to kind of go down the path that you want to, and I'm really excited about it. Connor's really excited about it. If in case you don't know, I'm Rob. He's Connor, as I just said. This is Civ House, and we're going to be taking a look at this huge update that's going to be coming out here very soon, depending on when you watch this video. It may already be out. And we may already have other videos out about it, so go check those out as well. But we're trying to do some deep dives into our thoughts kind of about these new advanced game options that they are adding to the game. Ones that I think fundamentally change the game at the biggest way. But, you know, Connor, lead us into it. Give us a little reading of what you're feeling like, or not what you're feeling like, what you're seeing here with this bypass Civ unlocks.
We'll start off and just kind of, as we've been doing in these videos, recap what the actual text is here. Everyone loves when I read to them, so this is a great experience. Sit back.
Maybe we need to just get you a book, dude.
Maybe I should just read. I could get into like voice acting and all that. It'd be fun.
I had a quick idea. If you guys ever have a game of Civ that you want like narrated, like if you can give us bullet points as to what happened in your Civ game, we could like read it like a historian. That would be fun.
It's kind of like
that out there.
I mean, I do some shoutcasting. I teach a shoutcasting class, so like I feel like I could fit this in somehow. Anyway, all that aside, you all get to see a little bit behind the curtain here. This is good. Let's talk about bypassing Civ unlocks. See what the developers had to say. When you toggle this new option on, you'll be able to pick any Civ from the next age during an age transition, no matter what you've unlocked through your gameplay decisions. Praise. This is something we know many have asked for, especially those who want more freedom to experiment or roleplay. There's not much to analyze here about or like speculate about. This is pretty straightforward, cut and dry. You're going to get to play whatever Civ you want. And Rob, I mean, we've talked about these previous two. We talked about Legacy Pass, we talked about custom AI difficulty. This is such a big one for me. This is huge, foundationally huge, because one, it actually, we put out these like best civs for leaders. We talk about cool combinations, but a lot of times it's so frustrating because you can't do them. Like I remember there's a game I literally like turned off my computer because I was so mad. I was playing Pachacuti and I was like, I want to do a full mountain run through. And I wanted to do, I forget which Antiquity Age one, but I want to do Inca into Nepal. And I had done everything up through Inca, and I just didn't unlock Nepal. And I was so angry. I was like, this is the whole reason I have been playing this game through 2 ages, was to like finish it out. I think I had made some of the videos on this channel. I think I just abruptly stopped the Let's Play, like I do. Apologies. But I was flabbergasted. Like, it made no sense to me that I couldn't do that. Like this thing that I had done the whole build around. Obviously, I should have Nepal unlocked because I'm playing this like mountain style. I shouldn't have to check these little boxes. This plays a lot into the larger discussion you and I have been having about some of these changes, Rob, is that this really represents a shift in the tide away from do X to get Y to do whatever you want. And that, I think, I'm very excited about when it comes to Civ unlocks.
Before we dive much deeper, by the way, like and subscribe. Shout out to Jacobiened, House family member. We appreciate you immensely. If you guys want to become a member of the channel, there's a lot of cool perks that you get with it. Make sure you jump in here and do it. We appreciate it immensely, and we love this community. I need to get that out of the way because I agree with you. We should just call this the Freedom Patch.
Yeah.
Because that's really what it is it's such a huge unlock in and of itself. And yeah, man, I mean, I've been making a lot of these Civ, theoretical builds, ways that you could go about things. And I forget which one it was, but I recently did one, and I straight up said, like, getting this path is going to be very difficult. But if you're able to do these 3 civs, you're going to be having a great time, right? Like, now that's gone. Like, when we do this, who's going to not toggle that option? I guess if you want the difficulty, that's fine, and I respect you for doing that. For me, I felt like the whole point of this was so that you could try out different civs. And I think maybe we talked about it on the Legacy Paths one video, which you guys should also check out. But like, the vision for this game to be historically accurate, to allow you to naturally kind of progress through certain things, was awesome, right? Like I think that that made a ton of sense to
Yeah.
me. I personally loved it. Like the idea behind it. The execution of it, I think, has been awful. Like it's things that like you have no control over. Like you need to get 3 Niter or something like that to be Prussia, I think is who it is.
Yeah.
You don't know, like you have an idea, like, where it kind of can spawn, but like there may be no possible way for you to do it. And maybe, that's, well, now you have to go to war, but maybe you didn't play a war style of games, so you're just not going to be able to be Prussia. And that just feels frustrating, like you said, with your Nepal example. And I think that this patch could also be the like release of frustration patch where it's just like those little things that were kind of making the game more frustrating to play than exciting and allowing us to make that choice whether or not we want to. Because like, even though I said it earlier, there will be some times where I may have it on where I'm like, you know what, I want to challenge in this way. I'm going to try to get those 3 Niter. If I have to freaking, blow through half the map to do it, then, I guess I'll just have to do it. I was going to use a swear word, but I didn't do it. So,
Proud of you.
It's just the way that I think the game goes. And I appreciate the fact that they are listening. They understand that it's, for somebody like yourself, when you're playing as the Incans, they should have just automatically unlocked the Nepal, because at least for right now, and they could have changed it in the future, that's the only way to play mountains is through those two. So, taking out the ability, I think, to do that was a mistake. I'm glad they're rectifying it. I'm glad it's kind of like a overall change as well. It's not just all right, guys, like, you guys want to play Inca as Nepal, it's just automatically going to unlock if you play as Inca. It's like, okay, well, I guess that's good, but, what about for future civs and stuff? And I think that's the last thing I wanted to talk about is, at least for me personally, is this is going to be great for new civs coming into the game. It's going to unlock so much more potential. There's going to be less constraints on them when they're even making civs. Now, I'm sure they've got, 5 to 10 of them already made, right? Where it's, that's how they're going to ship. Maybe they'll change a couple things with it. But I'm very hopeful that this is going to be the start to the game being even more free for devs as well.
Yeah. And I think that is a good point. And I think for me, like, this is going to allow me to play so many civs I've never played. Like, I mean, I've played a lot of games with Civ 7, probably not as many as a lot of our viewers, but like, I've played a bunch, and there's still, I can think of a few civs where I'm like, I don't think I've ever played it, especially like some exploration of modern age civs where I'm like, I have a play style that I like, and so if I don't do those like odd things like you're saying that I don't usually do or that I don't happen into, then it's just not going to happen, and I'm just never going to play those civs. So from a replayability perspective, this is massive. I think that's the main thing this does for me is like, yeah, the creative freedom with building is sick. Like, you and I will be able to kind of go wild on build guides and like theory crafting, different ways to do this, and it really does unlock the full kind of swath of potential for all these civs. Like, all the combinations you could conjure up, you can now do them all. And that is like, it gets at all the things we've been a broken record about in these videos, like the sandbox element, the freedom element, like it really does play into all that really nicely. But it also does allow for a ton of replayability. And again, you could even do things. You could finish an age with one civ. You could save your game. You could start a new one with a new civ, save it under a different file, and kind of like branch off and try different things if you wanted to. And be like, hey, how would this Antiquity Age have gone differently if I had played the next Exploration Age with 4 different civs? Like, you could do that if you wanted to now, and with a pretty unlimited, unlock potential. So, this is a big one. Again, like all the stuff we've been saying, Rob, I'm excited about this. But this one is, I mean, relatively cut and dry. I mean, we had to theorize a lot on the custom AI difficulty, trying to figure out what exactly that means. This, at the very least, we know exactly what it means.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, and I hope that this will, again, I guess, sorry, I said this was my last point. This will also really allow for modders, and again, I think that they have that in mind, for you to make civs and not have to worry about who is it connected to, who is it unlocked by. It'll be, but I'm sure like the game will break if you don't have this option turned off for certain mods, but it allows me to be a little bit more excited. I mean, can you imagine if you're playing as I don't know, the Mayans, and you get to go and be Rohan or something like that
Yeah.
afterwards. Like, the possibilities are endless. I know there are a lot of people, which I did not know, that really hate the civs being detached from the leaders. I think it just opens up an incredible amount of
Yeah.
possibilities. I look forward to being Darth Vader running, America. Like, that sounds fun. So, like, there's just a lot of different options, and I think even having this unlocked is going to allow for those types of things to come in from the outside as well, which I think dramatically changed the game. Allow the players to create stuff. Some of the best games in the world are that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I think to your point, Rob, we're going to talk about the Steam Workshop stuff later. We're going to talk about more in these videos to come. But this really it fits nicely into the whole picture. This is one piece of a larger pie that really represents a new direction for Civ patching and developing that Rob and I are both very excited for. We obviously have to wait and see how this plays out when 1.2.2 releases on June 17th. So be sure to stay tuned for that when that goes live. We will be covering it here on the channel. I've got a week of camp with middle schooler and high schoolers next week, so I'm going to be, in a sense, suffering through that, wishing I was playing Civ. But I'll be around to cover as much as I can after that. But in any case, thank you all so much for tuning in to this deep dive covering Civ Unlocks. We really appreciate all the support on the channel. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And from our house to yours, we hope you'll join us for one more turn here at Civ House. We'll see y'all next time.